It still makes me jump. Stewing my wiper mechanism. Whoa! Welcome back. I believe episode 4. So today we're on a big push. It is now 2:45 on Thursday, and we have an MOT booked on Saturday at 6 AM. So we have to change the timing bell, and we have to do all the little crusty Mitsubishis alpha horns. God, they're heavy. I reckon that's a lot of rust in there. They don't work, is the answer. So we've got the old Power Probe. So these are good for backfeeding ECUs. A little mechanic job there, but nothing. This one is your ground. Put it on like that. This is your live. Nothing. I happened to find this one in the garage or a shed. It still makes me jump, even though I know it's going to do it. It still jump. So, according to my trusty colleague, we did give that little test. We've got a line up there, and that one's open circuit. But then when he presses the button, it puts a ground there, and then we get a horn. So in theory, I can cut them off, put some new plugs on, we should be ready to go. So I've removed the scuttle paddle trim, as you can see, and I'm now looking to see where it's so stiff. I've removed the motor, because it could be that, or it could be the mechanism itself. I'm moving the wipers backwards and forwards and giving them a liberal spraying of WD-40. Let's see if it does the job. The wipers are a bit slow. I don't know if you can see that in the video. So what we're going to do, I've had a strip down. The mechanism is a bit stiff. I shouldn't need to say any more than that, really. Giving it a bit of work in. I've managed to get the other two out, but they're in a they're into plastic. I pressed into plastic. So my preferred method would definitely be to use a bit of I'll be turned off.
Turn off?
Yes.
What this?
Yes, unfortunately so. No, the whole thing is turned. Oh. Slow. Welcome back. My trusted assistant pushed the non-record button at some point, so I don't know how far we got. But anyway, I'm currently stewing my wiper mechanism in WD-40. Yeah, it's quite stiff, so I'm just going to leave that to soak overnight, and hopefully when I come back in the morning, that will be nice and free. I think I'm going to carry on working, and in the meantime, I'll come over here, give it a wiggle, and then put it back in the WD. Okay, so we're going to carry out the oil sample, aka the stall sample. My trusty assistant has got the bottle. Have you got the bottle? What we're going to do, we're going to drain the into this.
Yeah.
And then you're going to steal it from the stream.
Okay.
But not out of the initial bit. So it's meant to run for a little bit, then you remove the stall, and then I'll put the plug back in. Yes? Okay. I'll just get my 1/2-inch bar out to undo the sump plug. Let it go in now. Right, you ready, Matthew?
Yes.
It's going to be quite thin because it's up to temperature. Go on in, go on in.
Now?
Yes, my love. Whoa! You are a what the what
Well, I
the
thought it weren't under it. Get it right under it, just goes everywhere.
What a... That's why you're just the trusty assistant.
Yeah, well, you've got an assistant. And trusted.
Good morning! Welcome back. Day 2 of video 4, I believe. We have got some issues and we have some things that I fixed. I have fixed the horn. It now works. I won't show you, but it does. That was traced to the button in the steering wheel. So I pushed the button out and it works. I think it was poor connection, took it all apart, put it back together, very nice. So that's one win. We have some fails. Always like a fail, don't we? As I was leaving yesterday, I thought I'd have a little look at the brake pads. And it transpired that they look like this. Which is not ideal. So my plan was to put a set of these brake pads in it, because this is an RS, has the non-Brembo option. However, I've got an issue with the other caliper when I try to take it apart. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the Brembos that I've picked up, and hopefully Never F1 will find me the missing clip. I've messaged him, but he's a bit stressed this morning, so I'm not sure whether he is too keen. I would like to ring him and say, I'll come and get it, but yeah, it's not the best. So yeah, this pad is now currently falling apart. Oh, in my hand. So when we say we have a problem, I suppose it's better than if I was driving along and it happened to fall off. So generally this is caused by pad aging and then being stuck, pretty much rusted to the disc, and then you drive it and then the pad falls apart. So yeah, that's good. Anyway, carry on. Right, next on the list, we have drained our power steering, sorry, not our power steering. We have drained all of our fluids from the differentials and the gearbox. So I'm just going to run through what we've got, get some oil in it, and then we're going to get on with the belt and get that done. I was meant to take the cat to the vet, can't take the cat to the vet now. Long story, cat flap was open, cat ran away. That's not really that long a story, I suppose. Okay. So massive shout out to start with to OP Oils, very helpful. So actually reasonably priced. We've gone for the Fuchs range. We have the 7590 Synchro for the gearbox. We have the straight 90 for the rear LSD, and we have... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, you can get an idea of how much bigger they are. And again, these might not be the permanent solution, but one of the carriers broke. I don't know if you can see this. It kind of snapped in there. So my plan was to just put pads in the stand. Blah, blah, blah. So whilst I waited for Neth to dig out that clip, time to get on with the timing belt. I'd remove the parts on the top, obscuring the belt cover, so I could remove that, and next was to take it up in the air and check the balance shaft positions. I'll mention the balance shaft again, and what they are is a counteractive weight to stop the vibration from being too noticeable in the cab. So we have been fighting the Evo, as always. We have found some interesting things and some not so interesting things. One of the interesting things that we did find when I was double checking the timing was that the pulley has turned. So although it allowed me to actually time the timing belt up in the right place, the actual mark, which I will find, it's not very clear from not on the car, which is here, this little tiny notch. Was actually at 90 degrees of where it should be. So that meant that that pulley has actually turned on the rubber. So we've been struggling to try and locate one of those, but we're off to Jack Performance Parts tomorrow to get one. That's great news. And I've just thought we're halfway stripped, as you can see, some of our old components are here. And what I would like to show you is how actual loose the rear belt. So yes, old components stripped. So if you can see in here, this little belt. Oh, it's very cute. But yes, it's almost touching the case. We were running it like that. I actually drove it like that. Only locally, well, into the garage from the drive, but still, I don't think there's much. Yeah, it probably will come off if I give it a bit of persuasion. But yeah, we're going to pull the water pump out of it now. We're going to leave it draining. We're going to go and get some heating because it's cold and it's January. And then we're going to come back and get this all put together. And hopefully today we'll have that all boxed up. And then I can go and get the pulley tomorrow, put that on, and away we go. So I've made it to Jack Performance Parts. It's bright and early. They're here as they open. Oh, here's the man. Oh, it looks like it's got my parts as well. So I'm going to grab these and get back on the road.
So it could be quite tricky to record down the front of the engine. So here's a picture of it all lined up, marked up, and ready for it.
Welcome back. So sometimes things don't go how you want them to go, and you may have noticed that there's been a big jump forward, and there most certainly has been a jump forward. What's happened is that I've done the timing belt, everything's good, sounds lovely. The other belt was horrendous. I'll probably show some pictures of that later on in the video, but I now have a noise on the front pulley. It was a very strange noise. I've changed the tensioner, thanks to Bob at Hayes. We put that on, that didn't change it at all. And now, if you come this way, we will show you. Come this way, my friend. Oh, people ringing me. Come this way. So I'm hoping we found the smoking gun. So, if we look. Okay, so I'm hoping that that is our noise, our flapping noise.
Bleed the clutch, bleed the brakes, change power steering fluid. We went right through it, top to bottom. Talking of waiting, I'm waiting for you lot to subscribe. Over 70% of the people who watch this video are not subscribed. It's free to do, and it makes a big difference on my ability to bring you the best content. Thanks a lot.
So we are honoured to welcome Gregor from north of the wall.
Ew.
Ew. Yeah, very much Ew. He said he wants to pump the pedal. He's very kind like that. He's got my clutch fluid. He's decided that he doesn't want to be on the video, so I'm going to have to just pause it there. But we'll come back in a minute when he's feeling a little bit more adventurous. And as if like that, we are now ready for a road test. I'm going to jump back, I think, and show you what's been going on because it's been involved. But I'm also in a rush, so I've wanted to really push on, get it done. We've managed to eliminate the bad noise. We've bled the brakes, we've bled the clutch. We've put the wheels back on. We've boxed up. We've painted something on the bonnet. We've just been involved. So yeah, here goes nothing. Let's take it out and see if at least make it around the block. So my fuel gauge isn't working. I've had a look into it. Can't work out what's going on with that at the moment. So I might run out of fuel imminently, but in the meantime we're going to drive it. I'm going to go around the block, and then if I make it around the block a few times, then I think we will go to the petrol station. And it rolls and it's under its own steam. garage. I'm very excited, very scared. The steering is very sketchy due to the tracking bar eye, and it feels quite shaky, but yeah, it's all good. Very excited. Even the lady in the garage liked it. Well, she didn't. I decided she did. So yeah, off to Luke's for alignment, and yeah, let's get this tracked up and hopefully it feels a bit less sketchy, because it is a little scary at the moment. And I'm very dirty and tired. So yes, I'm ready. Let's do it.
So, having given the car a check over, it was time to set the front track in. A massive shout out to Luke and the guys. New and part-worn tyres and a mobile tyre van, they really are the best in the business. So if you're in the North Kent area and need new or used tyres, make sure you give them a shout.
So, sit rep. Drive my 5RS, it works. The fuel gauge doesn't work. It shows some fuel, but I'm filling up the trim, and it only moves like the tiny arena. But no mad vibrations, driving a straight line, discs feel good, brakes feel good, everything else works. Heaters, blubbers, everything else works. Yeah, if anything, I can hear the mount, so it won't sound like I'm farting on a hill green. Gearbox is noisy, but I would expect that with lightweight flywheel, twin plate, solid mounts. Yeah, everything feels good. The back, I can feel the trailing arm, which is already worn out. I would say it's a bit crashy on the rear, but generally it all seems to be working well. So very happy, very good. So we're going to go out this mile. I've done 15 kilometres in it so far. As if it's still in pace, so yes. Do some miles, see how we go.
And then, on this crisp winter's evening, this Japanese icon is back on the road. That 15 kilometres soon became 150 with zero issues. I can't wait to the next episode where we see this thing on the dyno and see what it can do.